guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. I'm really pushing my time here, but hopefully I can, quickly share this episode with you guys. Anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. In this particular episode, I want to share with you guys to please learn to comfort your inner child first before you try to teach your inner child anything. The reason of that is I feel a need to do this episode because I feel like this is a common mistake that we make most of the time. So why your inner child is always still in hurts, even though you learn so much, know so much. So because it happened on a close friend recently, so I thought I'd use her as an example to share with you all. Recently, there's a big news happened in Canada. Basically, it was a whole hockey team was on the way to a game or back from the game, I wasn't sure. But then they have a car accident, right? So half of the team got wiped out. But basically 28 people, I think 14 or 15 people got killed. So basically half of the team all gone, right? And then many people in Canada or people around me, their kids are always on the commute, always go from one game to the other. Or a lot of hockey parents that I know, they can really relate to that. And then they can really feel the pain, how bad those parents must feel or the teammate must feel because it's so close to home, right? So, my friend been trying to soothe herself, ever since the news happened. But some reason she doesn't feel better. She just feel worse, like emotionally being draining or feel really bad, and sad. Even like she just talk about the name, talk about the story, she started to feel really sad. And then she didn't understand, so she was asking me, well, I understand that's their purpose. I understand they choose it. But then I couldn't, I just feel worse. I don't feel better. I just feel worse. What's wrong with me? I know all that. Spiritually, I know all that. But then, it still hurts me, right? And of course, human got compassion. People got, empathy. It's hard for us not to feel for one another. But, on top of that, there is also the memory that you have, the inner child that you have. If you have pain from the past life, on this life, that you feel the fear toward death, that you have fear that your loved one die, and then when something happened, it hit you so close to home, who got hurt at this moment is not an adult or who you are, but that inner child was hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I know how it feels like. I knew and it hurts so much, and I can only imagine what it would be like for other people. Really, a lot of time I say compassion is great, empathy is good. But when it start to impact your life, you guys all know what it feels like. It really hurts. It hurts to a point that you have hard time pulling yourself out of your own life. Then if that happened, I want you guys to really think about, I mentioned once before, we all have inner child in us. It doesn't matter how evolved you are, how spiritually evolved you are, we all have that inner child you have. Like, we all have one. We all have to deal with it. We all have to learn to live with it. We all have to find a way like we can, coexist together, right? This inner child usually created by the pain that you experience when you were kids, or if not your kids, sometimes it could be your past life or things like that. That pain is continually buried within yourself. Therefore, when you're seeing something happen, when it hits so close to home, when you can really resonate with that, what you brought up is not their pain. What you share is not their pain, but your own pain. In this situation, when your inner child is really dealing with the pain, can you just continue saying, you know what, they have their life purpose. They have their life, plan. You're okay, let it go. Not really. It's like try to teach a 5-year-old the logic of life, how it works. No. So the best way I can explain it to my friend, which I will explain to you guys. Just imagine if you don't know how to cope with your inner child, the person who is so hurt, so scared everybody gonna hurt you, so scared people's gonna go out there to get you, so believe you are not loved, so believe everybody's gonna betray you. You know that child? I hope you guys are aware. If you're not aware, please refer to my previous episode, right? If you are aware of your inner child, what your inner child is, and then you start to encounter something in your life that really resonates with you, and then you have a hard time letting it go, like emotion, because it triggers your inner child's pain. Therefore, you hang on to that, and you do not know how can I talk to my inner child. Those are the example I can give it to you. Imagine your child, inner child, is a foster kid or foster animal, like you just adopted, and then you have this background of hurt, so scared to be hurt. So in my friend's situation, I giving her the example as, imagine you just adopt a kid. This kid lost all the loved one. The dad died, mom died, sisters dead, everybody's dead, and then she's all alone, right? And now, she saw this news on the TV, and then she can only imagine, like, because she been there, done that, and she know how it's like. So she been suffering for days ever since the news happened. Would you just go to this child and say, understand they have their life purpose, understand it was all good, understand they choose their parent, they understand they're gonna die, they understand. Remember that? No, this kid ain't gonna listen to you, because she had that background. This thing simply triggered the pain, right? So she's not gonna let it go because you try to explain all the logic to it. So what do you do? We all know, if today this kid is 5-year-old, you will give the kids a hug, knowing the background they have, and then you would tell the child, say, you know what, it's okay, I'm here with you, we would go through this together, everything would be okay. What you really do first is try to comfort this child, to make this child know it's okay. I will be here. I'm not gonna leave you. I will always be here. We will go through things together. Remember, it's only when this child is emotionally comfort and know, yes, you'll be here. You're not gonna leave me. Not like what happened to me, and I'll be okay. Then you are able to explain whatever that is you wanna preach. Whatever it is you wanna teach the kids. Right? So anyway, this is just an example to show you guys. I know many of you come to me and ask me, I don't know how to deal with my inner child. I know all the logic, I know all the spiritual theory, I know everything, but it's just having hard time convincing myself to believe that. This is a typical example that you can try to apply to yourself. Instead of try to force those knowledge that you've learned or read from a book or etc. on yourself, the best way to do is learn to comfort that child first. Learn to soothe that child first. If you don't know how, very simple. Simply imagine yourself as that kid that you just adopted, or as that pet that you just adopted, with all the background knowledge, being abandoned by the family, have very low self-esteem, always got compared, always got something, etc. And then how you gonna talk to that kid. I hope you guys can use the same way to talk to that you talk to that kids that you to talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Only when you are emotionally comfort and know, yes, I can do this. This is when you can then slowly introduce all those spiritual learning that you learn into like kids afterward. So anyway, just a little bit quick sharing with you all. And hope that will give you guys a little bit of help to work within yourself. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, and ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye!